Most businesses are living in 2010. They're paying 50 grand for a single video shoot, hiring a crew of 12, renting a studio, and praying that the talent doesn't get sick. Here's the nightmare scenario, the one I've seen kill budgets and break spirits. You get the footage back, you're in the editing suite, and you realize the CEO had a piece of spinach in his teeth for the entire third act. In the old world, that's a start over moment. You rebook the crew, you re-rent the studio, and you set $50,000 on fire. Today we're talking about the end of the start over. We're talking about AI avatars and specifically Reallusion Character Creator 5 ecosystem. In 2026, your most valuable employee won't have a social security number. They'll have a file extension. Let's get into it. Hello, this is John from the Execution Overhype podcast presented by Seisan. We're here to kill the fluff and deploy the tech that actually moves the needle for your enterprise. When we talk about Reallusion, we're talking about a suite of products. Character Creator 5, iClone for animation, and the game changer Headshot 2.0. Here's the magic of Headshot 2.0. Imagine taking a single high-res photo of your spokesperson, or even a quick iPhone scan, and dropping it into a headshot. The AI analyzes the topology of the face, and in seconds, hands you a 3D human character that looks, breathes, and blinks exactly like the real person. You aren't drawing a character, you're digitizing a soul. I remember in the old days, and by old I mean just a few years ago, if you wanted a custom character rigged for animation, you had to hire a specialist who spent at minimum a few days, up to a week, manually painting weights on a 3D mesh. One wrong click and the character's elbow would end up inside its ear during a wave. Total mess. Enter AccuRig. This is Reallusion's secret sauce. You can take a weird static 3D model, maybe a mascot, a scanned statue. AccuRig automatically identifies its joints. What used to take a week to rig up characters now takes a coffee break. And it's not just fast, it's I can't believe this is legal fast. Why does all this matter for your brand? Because humans don't scale. If your CEO needs to deliver a personalized message to 1,000 different clients in 15 different languages, you can't do that on a film set. But with CC5 Avatar paired with AI voice cloning, you can generate that content by Monday morning. One of the things people often overlook about Reallusion is their marketplace. We were working on a project recently where we needed a specific outfit for a character, and it was over the weekend. In the traditional 3D world, I would have had to hire a 3D modeler to build it from scratch. Spend another 3 days and a few $1,000s gone. Instead, we were able to go to the marketplace, buy a high fidelity asset for $40, drag it onto our character in one click. Additionally, the Skin Gen plugin also allows you to add realistic scars, pores, sweats in seconds. They also have realistic hair models as well. Stop building content and start building systems that generate content while you sleep. A lot of software today tries to trap you. They want you to stay inside their walled garden. Reallusion does the opposite. They've built basically a universal translator of the 3D world. Whether your team works in Unreal Engine, Unity, Blender, Maya, or 3ds Max, Reallusion has auto setup plugins that bridge the gap. You build your character in CC5, you animate it in iClone using iPhone Face Link. Yes, you can use your iPhone as a world-class motion capture suit. And then you live link it into Unreal Engine. You're seeing Hollywood-level production values on mid-sized business budget. If you want your avatar to be the face of your VR training model in Unity and the star of your marketing cinematic in Unreal, you don't have to rebuild it, you just export it. Now let's get to why you're all here, the Tech Reality Score. Let's look at the scoreboard and remember our overall 3 categories are all hype, worth exploring, and execution ready. Ease of use, if you are a beginner, I would give it a 4. If you're a technical artist, it's probably a 9 or a 10. It's a 747 cockpit. If you've never been in one, very easy to get overwhelmed. If you've never touched 3D, your first 20 minutes are going to be very confusing. But once you learn the auto rig and headshot workflows, you'll feel like a pro. Functionality, I scored it a 9. With the latest addition in CC5 of Actor Mixer, you can blend characters together like a mad scientist in seconds. Integrations is a 10. No questions asked. It plays with every major engine on the market. Value for cost. Now, this is a big one. Right now, Every software company wants to bleed you dry with monthly SaaS subscriptions. And while that's still an option for Reallusion, it also happens to offer you the entire suite for a one-time perpetual license. You buy it, you own it, you aren't renting the creativity. And today that's a rare gem in the enterprise space. Scalability is a 7. Now, thanks to the marketplace and the ease of asset swapping, this is higher than I thought. But the real unlock is having someone that's really familiar with the 3D world that can crank out deliverables with ease. Overall, final score 39 out of 50. If you are exploring the 3D space, this is absolutely execution ready and a must have for your business. Here's the bottom line: production efficiency in this space isn't a nice to have anymore, it's a survival metric. The gap between big studio and agile enterprise has officially closed. Realism at scale is here, and it doesn't require a Hollywood budget. It just requires the right pipeline. If you're experimenting with 3D, AI, or immersive tech without a system behind it, you're not innovating, you're just playing. You're already at risk of being outproduced by someone with a smaller team and a better workflow. Come find us at Seisan.com and see how we're deploying these avatars for real-world business cases. Let's get you out of the start over loop and into the execution phase. Till next time, this is John, out.